Hello there, lovely people of the internet. It is Brandon here again with Exor Games, exorgames.com, as you see right there. We, of course, have the brand new Tarkir Dragonstorm. A little bit of nostalgia here.
I was about to say, I'm hyper excited for this. This is Brent from Exor Games. I started playing Magic around the time of the original Tarkir. I'm very hyped to open this box and take a look.
I wonder, are we going to get any dragons?
You know what? Small chance. Nah. Almost a guarantee. Probably in every pack. I look forward to seeing them. Ghostfire treatments in particular are what I'm looking for. So.
All right, so we got our collector boosters here. We're going to be opening up one box. Let's jump right into it there.
So how loud should I scream if we get that Mike Jasper serialized?
Pretty loud.
Okay.
We, of course, right now we have our Commander night going on this evening, so we have a bunch of people playing good old Commander just outside the door for us there. We're going to start this off with a Warrior token.
Looks like it kind of starts in the
Goblin.
rares here. So we've got...
Frostcliff Siege.
Nice, and this is a big card from the set, this new enchantment.
Call the Spirit Dragons.
People are pretty hyped about this one. Very powerful.
Do you run a Commander Dragon deck?
Especially Dragon.
That's going to be going in there. Stadium Headliner. Arbor Adherent. The Flamehold Grappler. Got our nice full art foil land. Sagu Wildling. Breaching Dragonstorm. Effortless Master. Fleeting Effigy. Static Snare. Fire Rim Form. Blossoming Sands. Focus the Mind, and Riling Dawnbreaker. There is our first pack there. Of course, it should also be mentioned, all these cards will be available at exorgames.com. Probably as early as Friday, I want to say. We also do have our big pre-release weekend this weekend here at Exor Games, 51 Allen Street in Charlottetown. We'll be having our first pre-release Saturday at 6:30. Our second pardon me.
I was going to say Friday at 6:30.
Friday at 6:30. Saturday at 4 p.m. is our second, and Sunday at 2. Jeskai Revelation. That looks awesome.
These alternate art banner treatments with the 3 colors in the background, like, oh, I nerd out over those. They're phenomenal.
Herd Heirloom. Eshki Dragonclaw.
Con of the two.
Hey, we got a dragon.
Ooh.
Thundermane Dragon there. Dragonfire Blade.
Kind of a nod to the swords. From
Oh, look at that.
They're
the
so
Dragon
nice.
Eye lands.
These are going to be up there with those Theros basics on
That's-
people's wish lists, 100%. These are phenomenal looking in person.
That's exactly the vibe I got from this. I love those Theros lands. All right, another Breaching Dragonstorm. Feral Deathgorger. Formation Breaker. Sultai Monument. Sandstep Citadel. Reputable Merchant. Antioch Wayfarer. Nightblade Brigade. And the High Spire Brellringer. All right, pack number 2 is in the books. Cool stuff, but nothing yelling worthy yet, I guess.
I'm a pretty huge fan of that Dragonfire Blade, actually. I think it will be a very useful equipment in Commander going forward. So,
Lucky number 3. Here we go. Warrior token.
oh, and that's a nice looking
Magmatic
dragon.
Hellkite.
Our first Saga, I believe.
Roar of Endless Song. Sinkhole Surveyor. Steward of the Harvest. Anafenza, Unyielding Lineage.
There's our
Oh,
next one.
that's a. Why am I getting so hyped for the lands?
I mean, they're cool. You're allowed to get hyped for them.
Armament Dragon.
Pretty baller.
Purging Stormbrood. Attuned Hunter. War Effort. Mystic Monastery. Underfoot Underdogs. Thornwood Falls, Unending Whisper, and Feral Deathgorger again. I do have a question about this land right here. Do you think that this will actually start to see some standard play to help do some mana fixing?
Potentially. So in the original Tarkir, those lands were first printed there too. They did see standard play at the time because 3 color mana choices were not very prevalent. Considering how amazing the modern mana bases in standard are, though, might be a little tough. That being said, if you're on a budget, they're a phenomenal option.
All right. Soldier token. Yathan Road Watcher. Dragonback Assault. Getting a lot of these treatments here, I
They're
see.
pretty common in the collector boosters here, but they
Teamer
look
Battle
phenomenal.
Crier.
The way the Abzan one looks in particular, very big fan of that.
Elspeth. That is nice.
Yeah, she's guaranteed to see plenty of play as all white token doublers do. Phenomenal card.
All right. And we've got a Riling Dawnbreaker, Feral Deathgorger, Quarry Mountain Stalwart, Desperate Measures, Storm Beacon Blade, Embermouth Sentinel, Trade Route Envoy, Evolving Wilds, and the Dragonback Lancer to round all that out.
It wouldn't be a multicolored focus set without Evolving Wilds. Shoutouts to the greatest limited common of all time. That's not true, by the way, but it's one of my favorites. So,
All right.
I look forward to seeing people curve out Mondrak into Elspeth into the
that would be
from
sick.
Lost Caverns. That's going to be a good time.
All right, my back's just starting to hurt a little bit here,
That's
so
okay, adjust accordingly. Yeah. Speaking of Anafenza.
And Defenza. Nice foiling treatment there. Dragonfire Blade.
Yeah, that's a personal favorite of mine from this
And
set.
remind me again, what is this type of card again?
This specific one is more like, so it's not the Ghostfire treatment, it's not the Clan treatment, this is more just like a dragon-centric treatment. I know that the Jasper and a few other artifacts are available in it as well. Unfortunately, off the top of my head, I don't remember the name compared to the rest, but
Sage of the
I do
Skies.
have the ability to look it up.
Floral Evoker. Mist Rise Village.
New
I
insight.
I remember when this got spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were up in arms. Blue getting another crazy, crazy great card.
It's what they deserve, you know?
Keru Goldkeeper. Diger Island.
Island. Welcome to Kiki Island.
Island Dragon there. We got the Karakik Guardian. Venerated Stormsinger. Ureni's Rebuff. Shock Brigade. Mardu Devotee. Adorned Crocodile. And Agent of Kotis. There we are there. That is pack number 5, I believe.
To answer your earlier question, showcase draconic frames. We've been seeing it a lot on the dragon cards as well, the uncommons. It just looks a little different in colorless there, so.
All right, cool. Let's go for another here. Oh, I'm having a rough time with this one.
That must mean there's something cool.
Yeah, this one's not letting me get to the what? Maybe the mocks inside.
That would be pretty cool.
All right, so let's flip it over. There's the Spirit.
There's the new
Zergo. Inevitable Defeat. Revival of the Ancestors. Redoubled Stormsinger. Yathan Roadwatcher. Now, taking a look at this set, of course, we're seeing triple colors everywhere.
That is the main theme. Yep.
Which is the
Pretty
theme.
common.
Do you think that this will bring in a little bit of a slower standard environment?
It definitely could, depending on how powerful the late game 3-color cards are. Inevitable Defeat is a good example where removal like that doesn't tend to see much play at 4 mana, but considering how legitimately powerful the effect is, you could start to see a more traditional control decks kind of make their way into a metagame that at the moment is quite aggressive. So
Yes, because standard is quite low to the ground, quite aggressive.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were calling for the banning of that red one there.
as we say, which one? The Screaming
Monstrous
Nemesis, or
Rage. Monstrous
yes.
Rage.
Yes,
Yeah.
the spell itself. I agree. I've been seeing that card for a little too long, but I also enjoy casting it, so I'm a little biased. I like red cards.
Admittedly, I play mostly Explorer on Arena because my favorite format is Pioneer.
Oh, that card's everywhere on that format. Too,
Rip Pioneer.
yeah.
All right.
Some really nice to.
Oh!
There's our first Japanese showcase Ghostfire foil. Is it Halo?
It is not
It is not Halo. It's still cool though.
That is cool right there.
And there's the Storm Dragon himself. This dragon with
Oh,
Storm.
so Storm, what was once known as "we will never do that"
What did
ability
they? It was
again.
scaled. What was it? A 10 out
A
of 10
10
on
out
the
of
scale?
10
A 9
on
out
its
of 10?
own Storm scale.
Yeah.
Avenger of the Fallen, Afterlife from the Loam, Glacier Woods Siege, beautiful looking island there. All right. And of course, we've got our great foil commons and uncommons here. I do like that the clans are embossed.
Yes, I love watermark sets.
Yeah.
I'll nerd out about them all day. Talk to me about original Ravnica or any of those. I absolutely love it when it feels like there's some identity to the factions in Magic. So
Make sure you comment, folks. What's your favorite clan? What will you be playing at your own pre-releases?
if it's not Abzan, they're my favorite.
All right, so looks like we're past halfway. We've got 5 packs left. Let's see if we can get this going a little bit. Still seeing some cool stuff, but once again, nothing that's...
None of the showcase fetch lands yet. That's personally what I'm hoping to see at least one of. It'd be nice to see a Scalding Tarn or Misty Rainforest. And as I say it immediately, it's like I could sense it in the pack. There it is. Aramessa.
Bloomvine Regent.
That's phenomenal.
Baron Step Siege. Do you think that these will see some play as well? These kind of, kind of modal enchantments, I guess.
Some of the old ones did back in the day. Outpost Siege, for instance, the original
Flesh
red one was
Crafter.
very popular and standard at the time. It really depends. If they end up being a little too slow, that being said, I think some of their effects are very powerful. The blue-green one in particular actually mills, so that might give the mill decks a little bit more juice in the current standard. So,
All right, there we go there. 4 more packs to go. We got the Arid Misa. Right on timing, too.
and I felt it in my bones. Aramessa might be one of the most played fetch lands of all time, considering it's a staple in pretty well any aggressive red deck since its original printing in Zendikar. So
I played it in my Zendikar block standard deck when landfall was very prevalent. Magmatic Hellkite, Naga Flesh Crafter, Sidisi,
Yeah, she's made a
Regent
return.
of the Mire, Reunion of the House, Eshki Dragonclaw. And then we got the Forest there. Yeah, once again, just a reminder, exorgames.com is where you will find all of these wonderful cards there. We're also opening many, many play boosters to make sure that any of these cards, whether you play Standard, Modern, Commander, they'll be available for you there on our website. I guess I should also mention that if you're in the Maritimes area, which of course is where we're from in Charlottetown, we will be doing AEX Fredericton next weekend. So if you're around the New Brunswick area and you want to go check out AEX, we will be there. We'll be selling cards. We'll be buying cards. It's sure to be a great time. Dragonfire Blade. Clarion Conqueror.
this this card is very good. I think it might be one of the best rares in the entire set.
Everybody loves stacks type stuff,
I
right?
love stacks. Isn't white your favorite color? You must love stacks.
Sinkhole Surveyor. Stormstreak. Twin Maw. Sonic Shrieker. Host of the Hereafter. Zergo's Vanguard. Jeskai Devotee. Champion of Doosan. We got the Sibsig Appraiser.
Sibsig Appraiser, yeah.
And Delta Bloodfly.
I love seeing all these names from the old Tarkir areas, like different cities and villages from the original, kind of making their return here as we. It's very. This has been a nostalgia trip for me. That's for sure.
I'm very glad that I have you because, admittedly, during the original Tarkir, I was taking a little bit of a break from Magic the Gathering, so yeah, I'm glad that you know all this good stuff.
You missed a fire time. I'm just saying. It was pretty great. All right.
All right, Stillness in Motion.
Our next of the new rare land cycle.
Rare land cycle there. Thunder of Unity. Will of the Abzan. Winter Night Stories.
Will the Abzan is a pretty exciting card from the new Will cycle. They don't get cast for free like those ones from Commander 2021, but if you control your commander, you do get both modes, not just one. So
That's a pretty good
powerful.
payoff.
A lot of people are talking about Will of the Mardu in particular as being very, very powerful.
All right. We got last pack Magic, Brent.
Oh, should I talk about a fetch land again, or should I talk about Mox Jam?
I think that Mox Jasper is really, really interesting. Not only will it, of course, see play in Dragon decks, I'm sure there's some other kind of artifact deck out there that's like, ooh, Ooh, another zero casting Gaunt's
Play it
artifact.
with a shapeshifter perhaps as well.
Thunder of Unity. Yathan Roadwatcher. Oh, there's our third one, I believe, of the new cycle. Jaws Defeat. And Paranation.
This is a very interesting spell.
This certainly is. Look at that art.
It's very cool.
All right, and then Island. Corroding Dragonstorm, Boulderborn Dragon, Encroaching Dragonstorm, Descendant of Storms, Corroding Dragonstorm again, Monastery Messenger, Molten Exhale, Bearer of Glory, and Rising Strike Mastery. All right, not too bad for our first box of collector boosters. We, of course, just wanted to get this out here, folks, to let you know that we, of course, will be doing our midnight release of Tarkir Dragonstorm tomorrow, Thursday night, going into Friday morning. So it'll be available at midnight, Thursday there, going into Friday.
I'll be there. I'll be there to say hi to you.
Brent, of course, will be there. He'll be working it. We hope to see everybody at our pre-release. We hope that if you're not local, you have a great time at your pre-release and have a dragon good fun time.